Every time you sit down to eat, your dog appears, silent, patient, watching your fork with those eyes that make you feel like the worst person alive for not sharing. And you've always thought they just want your food. They don't. The real reason is something most owners never figure out. And by the end of this video, number 1 will change the way you see every single meal you share with them. It's not about hunger. It's not about being spoiled. It's about 7 very specific things happening inside your dog's mind right now. Things happening every day, right at your dinner table, that you've been walking past without realizing. Let's start with number 7. They're asking for a piece. Let's get the obvious one out of the way first. Because yes, it's real, but it's only the surface. Your dog wants some of what you're eating. That part is true. Dogs are scavengers by evolution. For thousands of years, their ancestors survived by waiting near humans who cooked meat over open fires and picking up whatever fell. That instinct didn't disappear. It just moved from the campfire to your kitchen table. But here's what most owners get wrong about this. Your dog isn't being greedy. They're running a program that's tens of thousands of years old. When they stare at your fork, part of their brain is still standing at that ancient fire, patient, waiting for the moment a scrap falls. And here's the detail most people miss. Watch what they actually do with their body. A dog begging from pure hunger will move around. They'll shift their weight, lick their lips, maybe paw at you. But a dog running the ancient program, they go completely still, eyes locked, calm, like they've done this 1,000 times before. Because in a way, they have. If your dog sits perfectly still while you eat, they're not starving. They're in scavenger mode. Ritualistic, patient. That's a completely different thing from hunger. And it means the next reason has nothing to do with food at all. Number 6. The kitchen table is the one place they always know where you'll be. Think about your dog's day from their perspective for a moment. You leave. You come back. You disappear behind closed doors. You move from room to room. You sit on the couch, then get up, then come back. From their point of view, you are beautifully, maddeningly, unpredictable. Except at mealtime. Mealtime is the one appointment in the day your dog can count on. Every evening, around the same time, in the same place, you will be completely still for 20 or 30 minutes. You won't leave. You won't disappear. You'll be right there. For a creature whose entire emotional world revolves around where you are and when you're coming back, mealtime isn't just dinner. It's an anchor. That's why so many dogs appear the moment you sit down, before you've even picked up a fork. They're not reacting to the food. They're reacting to the ritual. They've learned that sitting equals presence, and presence is what they live for. Watch your dog the next time you start cooking. Do they follow you to the kitchen? Do they settle near the stove? That's not begging. That's anticipation, not of food, of you, of the one moment in the day when you'll be completely still and reachable. You are their favorite destination. Mealtime is just how they find you there. Number 5. It's not the food. It's your face when you eat. Here's something most owners have never stopped to consider. When you eat, your entire face changes. You relax. Your shoulders drop. The expressions you've been wearing all day, through work, through stress, through 100 small frustrations, they soften. For just a few minutes, you become the calmest version of yourself. Your dog sees this. Remember, dogs read human faces better than almost any other animal on Earth. Studies have shown they can distinguish between dozens of human micro-expressions. They know your angry face, your worried face, your tired face, and your happy face. They've been cataloging yours since the day they came home. The face you wear at dinner is one of their favorites. It's relaxed. It's content. It's you without the armor you put on for the rest of the world. When they stare at your fork, part of what they're actually watching is your jaw moving, your eyes softening as you taste something good, the tiny smile at the corner of your mouth when you enjoy a bite. The meal is just the container. The real reward for your dog is getting to watch you at rest. Number 4. They're confirming there's enough food for the pack. In a wolf pack, food is not individual. Food is collective. When the dominant member of the pack eats, every other member watches. Not because they're hungry, because they need to know. They need to know there is food. They need to know the leader is eating, which means there's surplus. They need to know their place in the order is intact. Your dog inherited this wiring completely. When you eat, an ancient part of their brain is taking inventory. Is the leader eating? Yes. Is there enough? Yes. Is everyone still safe? Yes. That watchful stare isn't them judging your dinner choices. It's a threat assessment, a survival check. And once they've confirmed that everything is working the way it should, something inside them settles. This is why so many dogs watch you intensely for the first few minutes of a meal, then quietly lie down nearby. They've completed the check. The world is still in order. Your dog isn't being rude. They're running a protocol that kept their species alive for 40,000 years. And right now, at your dinner table, it's still running, and we're halfway there. Before we keep going, remember what I said about number 1. Your dog doesn't want your dinner. They want something else entirely. Something you've been giving them every day without knowing it. Keep watching, and if this is already making you see your dog a little differently, go ahead and subscribe. I make videos like this for people who want to understand the quiet conversations happening between them and their dogs. Because those conversations are usually a lot deeper than we realize. Number 3, they've learned exactly when you break. This one is going to make you smile. Your dog is a student of your psychology. Over months and years of sitting at your feet during meals, they've been collecting data on one very specific question. At what point do you give in? And they know. They know which meals make you generous. They know breakfast is harder to win than dinner. They know that when you're eating in front of the TV, your defenses are lower. They know that on Sundays you share more than you do on Tuesdays. And they know the exact expression to hold at the exact moment to tilt the odds in their favor. This isn't manipulation. It's intelligence. Your dog has run thousands of tiny experiments on you. Subtle variations in how close they sit, how long they hold eye contact, whether they whimper or stay completely silent. And over time, they've optimized their approach based on what actually worked. The stare your dog gives you at the dinner table? That's not random. That's the result of years of behavioral research. With you as the subject, they already calculated there's about a 42% chance you'll change your mind by bite number 6. And somewhere deep down, you kind of love that they figured you out that well. Number 2, it's a ritual of belonging. In a wolf pack, eating together isn't just about food. It's about identity. The act of sharing a meal, of being present while the pack eats, of taking your place near the group, is how a wolf knows they're part of something. It's the daily ceremony that confirms you belong. Dogs have carried this forward, intact. When your dog stations themselves at your feet during dinner, they're performing the oldest ritual in their species. They're saying, I'm here. I'm part of this. I belong to this pack. Notice what happens when you eat alone versus with your family. If your dog has a strong bond with one specific person, they usually sit at that person's feet, not at the feet of whoever has the most food on their plate. Because food was never really the point. Togetherness is. This is also why some dogs genuinely get upset when you close yourself into another room to eat. If you've ever taken a plate to your bedroom and shut the door, and heard scratching a few seconds later, they're not being dramatic. They're being excluded from the ritual that tells them they still belong. For your dog, every dinner is the pack being whole. Every meal at the same table is the family still intact. And now, the reason I've been building toward. The one that changes what every single meal means. Yes, still yes, always yes. If this changed the way you think about mealtimes with your dog, subscribe to Canine Mind World. I make videos like this for the people who want to understand the quiet conversations happening between them and their dogs. Because those conversations are usually deeper than we realize. And before you go, if your dog greets you at the door every time you come home, there's something they're really saying with that greeting. And it's not what most owners think. That video is next. Take care of them. Every look is a question, and every kindness is an answer.